What a beautiful day. What a beautiful ceremony. I mean, amazing food. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, everyone, for just coming out here. I've known Mike for 20 years. 20 years of good friendship. And we have no shortage of story, good memory I can share of Mike. On reminiscing over these 20 years, one word stands out above all. That word is grind. Mike grinds. And everything Mike does, he grinds. And that's why I've created the perfect acronym for him, grind. G. Mike is generous. He's generous with his time, his friends, his family. When at our time at Sambika, when we were the waterfront staff, we would every Thursday night we would put on this waterfront show, and Mike would spend all week planning with a few of the other groomsmen the craziest stuff you'd ever imagine. Crazy characters, plots, all these things. But the thing that stood out to me the most was that Mike never gave himself a fun character. He would give all his friends the villain, the hero. He would always do all the hard work in the background, and he would never give himself the good character. But it stands to Mike's character of just how generous he is. And he's always first to lend a helping hand, always first to offer to clean up a mess that wasn't his. R, rooted. Mike is rooted. He's rooted in his family, his friends, and most importantly, his faith. When we were little, Mike moved next door when we were about 5. And we quickly became best friends, became attached at the hip. So close, in fact, that our parents put a gate in our backyard so that we could shorten the long commute going all the way around the front door. But around when we were 10, I had devastating news. Mike was moving to Camp Sambika. And I thought I lost my best friend. I thought there was no way I could make this 4-minute insurmountable drive over to see him. But Mike, he viewed it as summer camp in his backyard, and he was so excited to share it with me and the rest of his friends. And that's just clearly a testament of how rooted he is and how he can just think about the good in a situation. I mean, obviously it's awesome to go to summer camp, but just, you don't think about the bad ever, and that's amazing. And at the time, I was crushed, but through Sambika, through you and through your rootedness, I learned my faith. Brooks, Cone, they also learned their faith through Sambika and through you. So it's just amazing to see. Mike is intentional. Every Saturday morning when you're in the outhouse, if it's one day off, Mike would host something called Breakfast and Life. It was an open invitation to everyone in the house. He would get up early and he would cook bacon, eggs, pancakes for anyone that wanted to come. He wanted to spend his day off pouring into his friends and the word. And it's amazing. And Mike sometimes is nonverbal. For you that don't know this, when Mike was 3, he just stopped talking one day. At first, his parents were trying to bribe him with his favorite treats. Like, if you talk, I will give you this. No dice. About after a week, they brought him to the doctor to see if something was wrong. Nothing was wrong, he just wasn't talking. For 3 weeks, they brought him to church for the elders to pray over him. Still not talking. After about a month, he finally decided to talk, and it wasn't some long-winded whole speech, just talked. To this day, we still don't know why. D. Mike is daring. Mike is daring. He was daring when we were little, he's daring now. Back when we were in 2nd grade, in our neighborhood park, there was this creek that would run through it. And there was different parts of the creek where it was thin and wide. And we would jump around and we would fish in the creek. There was one spot. And to us, when we were looking real small, it was huge, massive. It just looked like no one could possibly cross it. Mike lines it up. He says, I'm doing it today. No kid in our grade has ever even attempted it. He gets a head start and he runs and he sprints across, clears it easily. And he gave me the courage to try. So I get a running start, I go, I fail miserably. I didn't attempt it until like 5th grade. It was too big, it was a big kid jump. I was not a big kid. Anyway. But also, a few years ago, after a time at UW, we had a big year-up trip planned, our whole big class. And we were going to be there for about 3 weeks. So in preparation, I grabbed the biggest backpack I could, got a new backpack, and filled it to the brim. And I was like worried about what I could possibly have forgotten. So we go to pick up Mike on the way to the airport. Mike comes out with a mug in hand and a cinch pack on his back. And he kind of gets in and closes the door, and we say, Mike, where's your stuff? He looks at us like we're crazy. He can't believe I'm asking that question. In his cinch bag for his 3-week Europe trip, he packed a pair of underwear, socks, a swimsuit, and a scuba diving mask. That's it. That's what he was bringing. And he hands the mug to my now wife, Peyton, and he said, you can do whatever you want. So Anyway, that's funny. So clearly Mike grinds in everything he does. He grinds in his relationships, his love, and his friends. Now, who can match his grind? Hannah. You are so kind, so nice, caring, thoughtful. You make everyone feel so welcomed in the mentor room. I couldn't have imagined a better person for my best friend. You guys were both clearly made with each other in mind, and it just is so amazing to see the amazing things that you guys are going to do in Camp Zambika, in your marriage, in just everything. I mean, what a powerful couple. Come on. But my favorite thing about you, Hannah, is that Mike is 100% authentically himself when he's around you. And you love him for that so much. And it just is so amazing to see. So I'm so excited to spend time with both of you, just hanging out, doing the rest of whatever. Doesn't matter. Anyway. May your guys' marriage be filled with love, laughter, joy, and most importantly, grind.